Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, shamanic healer, Reiki master, and medicine woman. And today I'm going to be deep diving into the Capricorn New Moon this December on December 23rd, 2022. This is the last new moon of the year of 2022. Like, we made it through the year. It's been a big year, but we've made it, and this one is going to be a big one. So let's get into the video. What I will be doing in this video is really sharing with you how this new moon is going to affect you 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. I'm going to be pulling some cards intuitively, sharing some medicines, some plant medicines that want to work with you, that can really work with this moon to activate and how to use them, and any other messages that I'm meant to share with you guys. So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bell so you don't miss a video, share with your friends so they can also work with the moon. And I have a really exciting announcement. I think this is why I'm so excited, honestly, to record this. One, I haven't recorded a video in a while. It's been a hot minute. I just finished the ancestral retreat, which brings me to the announcement. My 2023 retreats are now open for registration. Woo woo! You guys have been asking me, some of you have been messaging me right before the retreat was here, and I'm like, don't worry, I got you. We're getting there. I'm just gonna fix this light situation. We're getting there, don't worry, I got you, and we're finally here. So I just want to celebrate you guys. If you have been calling for community, a space of healing, I have various retreats. There's gonna be retreats for healing the inner child, the ancestral retreat. We even have a retreat for the wounded masculine, calling in the wounded masculine, and a goddess retreat. There's so much. Just go to the link, apply, tell me which one that you feel called to, and then the next step is I will invite you to a Zoom call after you have filled out the application, and we'll go from there. So excited to connect with you guys, get to meet more of you guys, and to heal in ceremony and with these medicines. Now let's get into this Capricorn New Moon this December 23rd, 2022. So any Capricorns in here? I'm a Capricorn rising. For those who don't know, the newbies, hello, nice to see you. If you're new, it's your first time here, rainbow emoji. If you are Capricorn sun, rising, moon, let me know down below. Or if you know where Capricorn affects you, let me know. I love seeing you guys chat about it. So the first thing you need to know about this Capricorn new moon that is happening on December 23rd, 2022 is Spirit is giving you some lessons about money and abundance. Capricorn is that, you know, it's that energy of like, hold me, be with me, and show me, and just receive me and take care of me. And that is what Capricorn is sharing us. It's sharing with us, how can we shift our values of abundance? Our thoughts of abundance has really shifted. Like, think about what your mindset of abundance was December last year. Like, you freaking out, people pleasing, trying to get everyone the best gifts ever in the family, you know, choosing yourself last, all the things. It's shifted. Like, we've shifted, you've changed, I've changed, we've all changed. And now with this Capricorn New Moon, it's asking you, what is the real definition of abundance? What is that? For me, a big revelation is getting more quality time with family and friends and connecting with you guys. The things I love. And that is what abundance is. It's finding the things that fire your soul. And that's why I connected with the Dharma and this whole home. It's like, where do you feel most in your truth? Where do you feel most comfortable? Where do you feel most supported? That's where the Capricorn is asking you to tune into new settings, new values of that. So I'm gonna pull out a card. We got 2 cards that are coming out. So we have between two worlds. You know what's so funny? I was thinking of this card and it came out and it happened. So it's our card, between two worlds, okay? This is a value of you feeding the values of your old self of abundance, and then this newer version. And for some of you, you are not seeing it come into fruition just yet, but you're at the cusp of it. You feel it in your bones, you know it's about to happen. So this Capricorn is just saying that even though you are not receiving the highest level of abundance that you want in this exact moment, that doesn't mean that you have to allow yourself to feed into the doubt that you won't be able to achieve it. So this card is really calling with 3. 3 is an angel. It's like actually our divine angel. So this is where your actual angel, every soul gets an angel that comes with them every lifetime, again and again. Your angel is sharing you this message. So really tuning into this as I read it. And if you've been seeing threes, then this is an extra message for you. Transitions, not being quite out of our situation, fully engaged into another, temporary blindness, and no man's land. So it almost feels like spirit during this Capricorn new moon is asking you to feel without your eyes. Introspective, going inwards with yourself. Spirit is covering some things that are coming up for you. Maybe you've been connecting with meditations, asking for a sign, asking spirit, like, show me the way, show me support. I'm here to listen. This Capricorn new moon is saying, hello, we're gonna blindfold you for a bit because there's some things that we're working on and it's a surprise. So again, this abundance and love, it's really calling you to feel into the energy of it while spirit is like working on this big kind of announcement for you. And again, I know right now you're in transition, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like there's constant healing. It's like, when does the healing ever stop? When does the shadow work ever stop? It doesn't stop. We just get more powerful and anchored into our soul, anchored into our truth. But the beautiful thing about this is that Spirit's giving you this deeper lesson for you to now go into this next cycle of the new year. So this card is also saying this is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. So again, ask yourself, what are some things that you don't see what's to come yet? And don't put pressure on it, just let it be. Just let it be. On love and abundance, just let it be. You are done learning the lessons and recent experiences in this place between what you was and what you will be. So right now you are ending what you were and now you're stepping in what you can be in this new moon. So this new moon in Capricorn is all about tuning into the focus of the energy of what you want to be. You know, what that means is that if you're starting to see got an angel in the space. I don't know if you guys heard that. If we're starting to see like energetically that maybe a relationship doesn't align with us anymore, just letting us observe. Don't act too quickly. Just observe with your inner values first and then go into it. You know, knowing that what will be will happen on its own, okay? Between these two worlds is unmasking. You're going through another unmasking. What did I say about the Gemini full moon meditation? If you didn't do it, go do it, because I talk about masks. And then we have Capricorn, which is talking about between two worlds. So it's like we remove the mask, we see who we are, we see the truth of who we are. Now it's time to integrate it. Now it's time for the waiting game. I don't like to use waiting because, you know, manifestation, we're never waiting. But for our human, it's easier for us to understand. I'm just playing around the lighting. For us to say the waiting game, right? So we're just holding the space of waiting and just tuning into, you know, what's next and being okay with it. Okay, this is good for lighting. I think we're good. Yeah. Playing around with it while I'm talking to you guys. Just playing with the waiting game, not putting that effort on yourself. I want you to ask yourself, beyond the matrix of the 3D world, what are your desires? What are your beliefs? And what are your decisions in this present moment? Okay, beyond matrix, beyond the 3D world, beyond the chaos of the world. I'm getting messages from some of you guys saying there's all these things happening in the world, all these messages, all these deep dreams I'm going through, and I don't know what to do. This is just us shedding the collective energy, us shedding old systems. You know, there's an interesting thing with people saying, oh, no one wants to work, no one wants to do this. No one. Well, the reason why is because we're shedding, we're rebirthing a new earth. There's a new system being created right now. This is why I birthed the New Earth Dharma Healers Program, and I'm so excited for those who are entering into this space. I'm just so excited for the community and just for all the impact that's here. So going into divine matrix, not 3D matrix. Divine matrix is connecting with the divine in the time of transition and seeing what is up to come in this present energy, not focusing on what is right now. Okay, getting a glimpse of the rainbow. You are getting a glimpse during this new moon in Capricorn of what is to come in your abundance. You know, maybe you're getting this feeling and opportunities or business contracts that seem like they're way out of your finances, but it's not way out of your finances. What that means is that Spirit's pushing you to have that energetic responsibility to up level, right? So a great example of that, maybe you found this perfect house and this house is more than what you expected and you're feeling like, well, my reality right now is this. What if you are one day away from entering into the most abundant version of yourself, the most abundant version of your life? And any moment, that moment can drop. Everything is compound interest with abundance and love life and just that space of what we are and our desires. If we keep compounding that energy, due time, Spirit's gonna knock on our door and say, hey, remember this thing that you've been manifesting for a while? Well, now it's your life. Now it's your reality. So this is between the two worlds is so big. Let me not forget about the second card here, which is this egg card. It reminds me of the cosmic egg, and this is 32, here and now. Try to be here and now. Stop pushing, stop thinking about I have how many years. You know how many people online are like, 2 more years till the end of the year. So what? So what? Like, be where you are. Don't compare. It's not the time to compare. It's the time to just be abundant with what you have right now and just wait. We're just waiting. Our humans waiting, our souls just doing the work, and our humans blindfolded, but our spirit and our soul's doing a lot of work right now. So just reset, just be in those lessons. Listen to yourself, listen to your voice of what lessons of abundance, and just being abundant, being taken care of. That Capricorn energy is tapping in during this new moon to up level your values and what you want in life. The second thing you need to know about this December last new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd, 2022 is that how do I feel ignored, or how do I ignore the needs that will be brought up during this time? So during the Capricorn, there's two sides of this. Capricorn is this energy when aligned, when they feel just like that like, what do you call it? I like to call it like sugar daddy of the universe. I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say sugar daddy universe, meaning that like universe is quantum and it will give us what we want, and that is the energy of it. And the number 2 here is just saying, are you ignoring what your wants are? Are you just focusing on complaining of it, or are you actually just being with it? So here is like, don't ignore your needs. You know, this holiday season tends to really make people put so much pressure on ourselves. That's why I love non-holiday long weekends, because you get all the joy of family and friends or hanging out with people without the pressure of all this matrixy stuff. So here is just saying, how can you ignore the matrix of telling you and feeding you what you need, and actually detach from it and sit with your voice and say, what do you actually need? What are your boundaries? What has shifted with you? What does it matter anymore? What does matter right now? These things are what's gonna recognize if the more you witness those truths and you start living it. I always say every single one of us is a walking ceremony. You're a walking ceremony, I'm a walking ceremony. So this Capricorn New Moon is asking us, what have we been ignoring? What inner values have we been ignoring? And also, do we feel ignored or do we feel abandoned at this time? This time is a very touchy time. You know, 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after December 23rd, 2022, some of us are grieving. Maybe we're grieving because we lost someone around this time. Maybe that's a part that we feel like of loss. And when we feel of loss, we feel of scarcity. And what does that do? It activates scarcity of abundance, scarcity of life, right? And for some of us, maybe it's a feeling of like abandonment, feeling of like touchy feelings of like not being around loved ones or friends or whatever it may be. Maybe it's a lonely time for us. So again, it's really tuning into what is being ignored around this time, and how can you sit in solitude with yourself, listen to yourself, tune into yourself and say, these are the needs that are being brought up. This is where I feel unseen, and what am I going to do with it? How am I going to reflect on it? And what you need to do is really just journaling, sitting with yourself. I find the best meditation, especially for this Capricorn New Moon, just being with yourself. Okay. We just did a full how many months of integration from December last year, 2021. 2022 is about just integrating. Just integrate it all. Just be with it. This third thing you need to know about this December 23rd, 2022, Capricorn New Moon, our last new moon of 2022. I just can't get over how this year went by so quickly. Doubting manifestations, let's just not do that. It's not time. Just stay with it. Don't doubt it, okay? Don't think that there's and let's just get our ancestors to come in about doubting manifestations. Okay, we got one card that's just flipped over, and then there's another card that's in here that I feel like will come out. So doubting manifestations, what message does our ancestors have for us? Okay. Okay, we got 3 cards. 3 is the number. I think 3 is the number for Capricorn this new moon. I'm starting to sense 3s. Things come in 3s, they say, right? Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. I love this card for us right now, the Trader, okay? So how are you exchanging your energy during this time? How are you, everything from the people you're around, the people you talk to, the strangers that talk to you at the holiday season when you're out shopping, all these things make an impact. We have number 80 on the page, which 80 is, we got 8, which is abundance. It's the number of abundance. So again, we're connecting with abundance with this Capricorn energy, which is all Capricorn. So make connections and exchange information, talents, and support. So making connections with other people and what they're triggering us and with our needs, but also making connections of, you know, what exchanges we're having with other people and how they're helping us with our manifestation being around that energy. So the trader brings a lesson of energy exchange. When it appears, he could represent opportunity to exchange, whatever that may be, in order to expand or exchange energies to come to the universe, or both. For example, if you are a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them, and when you do so, the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. So ask yourself, where energy goes, it grows. This Capricorn New Moon is asking you, where do you want to start putting your energy towards things in 2023? What are you focusing your energy on? This is a reflective time again. The year is coming to an end, and for us, there's a lot of emotions coming in, but just seeing this as a beautiful ending of a cycle in the human world. Again, I don't find this the end of the year. I find the end of the year is usually March or January, but all this to say is that this human end of the year does bring a lot of human emotions. The trader also reminds you to be open and honest and to act in integrity of your exchanges, because doing something to get something will not. So is there any malice intent? Are you buying a present because you're trying to get love for your family? Are you buying a present or doing something for someone, or proposing because family says you should and it's time and you've been dating for the person forever? Or are you the person who's, you know, working and overworking because you have one more week of work and you gotta work because it's the end of the year and you just need to get that money? That is exchange of energy. And when you're exchanging that energy doesn't, like, it is already given, right? And when we see that, then we ask ourselves, why are we so depleted? Why do we feel like our needs are being ignored? See how it's all connected with what I shared so far? So here it's just saying that when we doubt our manifestations, the doubting comes from our needs not being like focused on. So whenever you have self-doubt, that means your spirit's trying to tell you there's a need internally that is wanting to be looked at. And we need to sit with it, heal it, or celebrate it, or allow it to have free space of embodiment. When we can clear that out, that doubting of manifestations gets quieter. That voice of our self-doubt goes away, and we're able to anchor that energy more and more during the Capricorn New Moon. So just stay with it. You know, you're almost there. The universe operates with the law of cause and effect and is always looking in return of the natural state of balance. So if you are lacking in a feeling of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time and your gifts and understanding others. In this time where you feel like you are scarce, you're actually not scarce. It just means like your energy is being given and shown to exchange somewhere else. Maybe even focusing your energy so much where it's not being effective right now. You know, manifesting this thing out of a space of doubt is just not being effective. Maybe you need to go somewhere else, right? So this new moon is just really saying focus on your needs. What you think you need may not necessarily be what you need. I say this with healing all the time when I do retreats. You know, when people go to a retreat, they have an intention. We just had an ancestral retreat. And at the end of the retreat, they're like, I feel like my intention completely changed. And I was like, yeah, because spirit knows. We absolutely know nothing. We just show up and we follow the strings that spirit gives us. So here it's just saying, create the abundance of openness, of creativity. When we act like we know everything and the ego is protecting a wound, then there's nothing that can be created from that space. But when we can surrender and allow ourselves to move out of frustration, something can unfold in our life. And this is what this Capricorn New Moon is telling us. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. Yes, it can also be supporting or being supported. And this is all Capricorn New Moon, supporting yourself, nurturing yourself. Some of you may feel still burnt out from the Gemini new moon full moon I told you about. The full moon was about feeling burnt out. Don't rush it, like, please, because the full moon is done in Gemini doesn't mean that we can, okay, time to get back to the work. It's not the end of the year. Get out of that matrix, go into divine matrix, not matrix, 3D matrix, divine matrix, which is our soul. It's our soul truth. This can prepare you to open to even greater opportunities in weeks in the month. I love this. Then we go into the seer. Once we're able to exchange our energy, we can receive so many messages from those people and the unseen world. So go beyond the situation, go beyond of what spirit's not showing you. Then we have the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Again, we are in a time of exchanging so much energy with so many family and friends. Protect your energy, please. You'll thank me later. Trust me. Okay, let me finish this because then I have to go and chat and spend time with family. It's holiday season. So do not lower your standards based on where you are now. Things can change tomorrow. And this is what I mentioned to you. Don't allow self-doubt to prevent you from seeing the abundance that you can receive. And I think what your reality is right now can change, whether you're on an abundant frequency or a non-abundant frequency, right? Every day we change, we're humans. So truth be told, there's a mask in here again. Some of you guys are still shedding the mask from the Gemini full moon, and we're integrating, we're receiving that knowledge. And here it's just really telling us that do not lower your standards. Ask yourself, have you lowered your standards because the friends and the family you're with right now, you've changed so much that you can't have the same conversations and in depth, and you feel like there's a part of your truth that's being hidden? This Capricorn New Moon is asking you, how are you lowering your standards? And what do you need to do to allow yourself to feel safe and powerful and anchored in your self-confidence? What values, what practices can you do to do that? That's a great shadow work prompt. Write that down. So things can change tomorrow. Don't anchor in the reality right now. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. Root chakra healing. So this is one of the biggest things that are going to be affected. So this Capricorn New Moon on December 23rd, 2022, 3 days before the day of and 3 days after, is that the root chakra is going to be the biggest thing that we need to focus on during this Capricorn New Moon. Feeling safe in ourselves, not being in the scarcity mindset. So I actually had some beautiful plants that came to chat with you guys to want to work with you. So the first is garlic. Garlic is amazing for protecting your energy, especially if you feel drained or burned out, and grounding yourself. The best way to use garlic can be in a tea. It can also be in food, whatever feels good to you. The second plant that comes in is hibiscus. This is great for passion. If you feel like you haven't had enough passion to be creative, you're feeling a creative block, maybe you feel not grounding in your passion, maybe you're feeling a lack of sensuality. Sensuality is self-confidence. This energy is great, and hibiscus is great to have as a tea. I love to get the leaves and steep it in a tea and drink it, and it tastes so tangy and amazing. Some people like to be creative and they like to make it into like a cheesecake or whatever way that you can eat these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flowers. The last one is cedar, which is a very beautiful masculine energy. So a lot of the times when we feel scarcity or we don't feel a space of understanding the trait of energy, as we activate and we up level, we also up level how we share our energy to our family, our friends, and strangers. So here cedar is teaching us the divine masculine energy in ourselves and outside of ourselves. How can we be held and be protected to be in our truth so we can feel loved and be anchored and just surrounded by that divine love as we speak our truth of how do we need to tune into our needs, what needs are being ignored, and expressing that and communicating that with our family and our truth, communicating that with our friends, our coworkers. This is going to be a big test for you so you can create more space to step into the manifestations that are coming for you that spirit's like, we're going to just hide your eyes so you don't see all the things because we want to keep it a surprise. So those are the messages. I hope you guys received all of the messages, the divine messages for this Capricorn New Moon, December 23rd, 2022, the way it will affect you 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. I will be posting an energy healing meditation for you guys. You know I always do this every month, so make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video so you don't miss it, and come back to this video closer to the date to rewatch it so you can really anchor that. The last thing I want to share with you guys is the retreats. So if you feel called to go into a medicine retreat, connect with community, and really work on your inner healing, and you've been calling, you're like, Shika, I've been looking for a space, I'd love to work in community and connect in person, you can apply down below, and then I will reach out to you if I feel like you're a good fit for the retreat, and we'll go from there. And I'm really, really excited. That's going to be my main focus moving forward, is channeling whenever I feel energetically open to channel on the channel, but then also really focusing on putting these retreats out there to support community, because it's connecting with the biggest dharma, which is helping support the collective and the new earth and helping it alongside with the elements. So that's why we have the earth dharma training that I just had and I launched, and the beautiful 10 souls that will be going into that, and then also adding this retreat. One-on-ones, I'm just gonna honestly do it whenever I'm energetically available. I'm right now I'm not open to one-on-ones, but if you're wanting to do deeper healing and these retreats are life-changing, this is warrior deep work, and you feel called, you feel curious, then go check out down below the link and you can apply. And yeah, I'm so excited. So I love you all so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Happy Capricorn New Moon, last new moon of 2022. And yeah, I guess our next energy update will be 2023. That is crazy. That's insane. I'm sending you guys so much love and light from the Caribbean as I'm in St. Lucia, and I will see you soon. Bye.